What's new, crew? This month I'm taking you guys behind the scenes and bringing you guys along step by step for how to once a month grocery shop. I made this video about a year ago and it's really starting to take off, and I thought that I would update it only because I have changed some things, especially as inflation has come into play, and also things that just make the process a little bit more streamlined for myself. So when we're talking about once a month grocery shopping, the very first thing you need to do is make your meal plan. It can be really difficult and really intimidating when you're thinking about sitting down and making a meal plan for an entire month, especially if you've never done this before, or maybe you're used to grocery shopping once a week. And if you've been grocery shopping once a week, maybe what you need to do for a couple of weeks is just push it out to every 2 weeks. And then after you've been grocery shopping every 2 weeks, just stretch it out for once a month. That way it seems maybe a little less intimidating. It gives you a little bit more experience, and that way you can also figure out maybe what storage methods work best for you when it comes to storing things like produce, or even long-term storage items like rice or potatoes. I don't grab anything fancy. I don't use any meal plan guides or anything like that. It's just a good old notebook. And I will just label it, like this month is July. I labeled it 1 through 31 because there are 31 days in the month of July. And then that's when I pick up my phone and I head to Pinterest. Pinterest, I have a pin board on my Pinterest, which is basically just dinner ideas, lots of meal ideas, budget ideas, and I find a lot of things over there. I'll find new recipes over there all the time. That's also where I find a ton of my baking recipes and my bread recipes, my pizza doughs. All of that typically comes from blogs that I find pinned on Pinterest. And when it comes to making my meal plan, I give myself usually about a week to sit down and make my meal plan. This way I'm not feeling rushed. I have time to sit down, and that way if I'm not finding anything good on Pinterest or I can't think of anything, I have time. I can sit down. I'm not stressed about it. And that would be my biggest tip, is to give yourself enough time to make your meal plan, because this is probably the most important step. Now that I have my meal plan laid out, this is where I've made a big change, especially with inflation being the way it is. And you never really know what the prices are going to be in the grocery store, even if you shop at the same store every single time. I split my grocery shopping personally between Walmart and Aldi. I like to go to Aldi first, and I will get a bulk of my things there. Basically whatever I can, I'm gonna pick up at Aldi, because usually the price is better at my local Aldi than my local Walmart. But lately, what I have been doing, because I use Walmart grocery online pickup, hop on to walmart.com and I will start putting in my Walmart order and just leave all of my items in my cart before I go into Aldi. That way, Walmart has already given me a total of a rough estimate of what their total is going to be. That way, my grocery budget is $550 a month for my family of 5. That also includes all of our shampoos and all of our toilet paper, all of our cleaning products and things like that. So if my total is $550 and I put in my Walmart order and it comes to $300, I know I only have about another $250 to spend at Aldi to stay under budget. And that has been a game changer for me. I cannot recommend that enough, because before inflation, I would just go shopping at Aldi. I'd get everything I could, and then if I went to Walmart and I went over a little bit, it wasn't that big of a deal. But I think a lot of people can relate to the fact that maybe if you go over a little bit, or you spend too much at one store on things maybe you didn't really need, like snacky snacks or junk, or maybe you bought an extra bag of rice because you thought you could afford it, and then you went to your next store and realized, yeah, I really shouldn't have done that because now I can't get something that I really need. That could be something that saves you. Once I've hopped onto Walmart and I've kind of put in my grocery order, it's given me my total, and now I have somewhat of an idea of what I need to spend at Aldi to stay under budget. So we're just gonna hop a couple days into the future and we're gonna head over to Aldi to get it. Is up, you guys. It is the next day. And yesterday I was talking a little bit about how I like to hop onto Walmart.com, like their grocery app, and put in my grocery order. Not actually order it, but just put everything in, get my total, and then it helps me figure out what I have left budget-wise to spend at Aldi. And I'm gonna do that right now. They are very happily sitting down watching Bluey. I'm sure you can hear it in the background, but all I have next to me is my meal plan. If you want to know my meal plan for the month, I will link a video down below where I shared everything with you guys. I also have a small list separately of things that I know I'm out of and I need to stock up on. I also really quickly just went ahead and looked by my cleaning supplies and all of our shampoos, conditioners and stuff to figure out what we need, because I also order all of those from Walmart. So I needed things like razors, I need more shampoo and conditioner, my husband needs another thing of conditioner. So just a couple things to add to the list for Walmart, and then once I get all those put together, I'll share with you guys what my total is. It is always subject to change though, especially if I'm planning on getting things from Aldi that I can't get. Then I will come back home, add them to my Walmart order, and then at that point is when I will actually submit my order for pickup. So how I will go ahead and put in my grocery order is I will just go down my meal plan. My first meal is chicken cordon bleu, and I'll go, do I need anything from Walmart for this meal? No, I don't. Okay, so then I'm gonna go down to my broccoli cheese soup. Do I need anything from Walmart for this? And the answer is yes, I need heavy cream. So then I'm gonna go ahead and just hop in and get my heavy cream. And I'm going to add a couple of these because I need a few of them this month, and heavy cream lasts literally forever. So I'm not worried about it going bad. I also usually will stick to like the Great Value brand stuff because this one is $4.58 versus like the Land O'Lakes is $6.16. So I always try to stick with like the store brand because it's always going to be cheaper. And then I'm just going to do that same process for basically every single meal down this meal plan. So the next one's like pizzas. Do I need anything from Walmart for that? I don't think so. So I'm going to go down to BLTs. Do I need anything for that? And just keep going down the list until I'm all the way done with my meal plan. Then at that point I will switch over to like my randoms list. So a lot of these I am gonna pick up from Walmart. I also need like the shampoos and conditioners I didn't add on here yet. I know I need razors, and that's when my Walmart total usually hikes up, is when I hit this list. So we're just gonna go through this. I just finished putting in my Walmart order. My total came to $223, which is perfect. I like to keep that total right around $250. That way I know going into Aldi I have about $250, and then I can save $50 for the middle of the month if I need to. Or I can take that $50 and save it. I can put it in a different like budget category for the month, or I can just go back and buy some stock up stuff for the storage shelf. But just because our total said it was $223 doesn't mean that it's gonna stay that way, because I like to get most of my produce at Aldi. But if it doesn't look good, if they don't have what I need, then I'm gonna have to add it to my Walmart order, and that can make that price jump super, super quick. Plus I have some things that for whatever reason, let me know if Walmart's grocery app is also doing this to you. It'll tell me that the price of an item is way higher than what the actual price is. So I was trying to add like coffee to my order, and it would tell me that a package of coffee was like $88, and obviously it's not $80 for a thing of coffee. So I obviously don't add it to my Walmart order. I'll just go walk into the store and grab what I need. The other thing was like shampoo and conditioners. It does it on really random items for me every single time. So I usually will have to put in my order and then walk into the store after and grab whatever it like wouldn't let me add. It wanted to ship to my house. Items that were just crazily priced online. So today's Tuesday. I don't go grocery shopping at Aldi until Friday. So I'm in really good shape. My meal plan's done. I have an idea of what I can spend now at Aldi. Sort of. I know that I can spend right around $300 at Aldi and still be in budget, which is good. Minus obviously a little give and take. So that makes me feel really good. It makes me have peace of mind walking into Aldi knowing now that what my budget is for that store, and not having to leave myself too short of a budget or too small of a budget going into Walmart. So once I get back home and film my haul, obviously that isn't something that everybody does, but because all of my groceries are laid out so beautifully for me, this is basically when I will take my Aldi bags and put all of my freezer stuff back in the Aldi bags, because we have to carry them downstairs in the basement for our chest freezers. So I'm basically just gonna go through this table, figure out what do I want fresh. So like some of this cheese I'm gonna want in my refrigerator possibly. So I would take out what I want for the fridge, and then I would take all the rest of this cheese and put it in the bag to be carried down to the basement, if that makes sense. And I'm basically would do that with everything that I buy multiples of. So like these meats here, I'll go, do I want to keep any of this unfrozen? I'm not going to be using any of this in the next couple of days. Same with this lunch meat. Do I need one of these in the fridge? Do I need some of these down in the chest freezer? Same thing with like butter, breads. I've got tortillas up there. I'm going to do the same thing with. I'm also going to take anything that I want down on my storage shelf, put those back in my Aldi bags, and get those carried back down to the basement because that's where my long-term storage is. We're going to get all that taken care of. At this point, typically, this is also when I'll start preheating my oven and throw in our Aldi pizzas for lunch because it is 10:40. So by the time I get these in the oven and all of this put away, those pizzas will be done and we can have lunch. And then typically we'll pair those with like any of the fresh fruit I just bought. So we have grapes, strawberries, kiwis, pineapple, bananas, watermelon. We've got some salad kits, like lots and lots of options. So we're gonna do that. Usually my kids get involved and they'll carry in like any of the pantry stuff and they'll put them in the working pantry upstairs for me. Lots of things. So that's basically what the next step is just figuring out what I want in my freezers, what I want in my fridge, and getting everything put away. It's not complicated, but it sounds like it might be complicated. So because we just got back from Aldi, well, not just back, I've been home for a couple hours to be honest, but because I now know what I got at Aldi and I know what I spent at Aldi, I spent $320, which was a lot, but we got a lot of really good quality foods. We got a lot of vegetables and fruits and things, and I would rather spend more money on things like that. So $330 at Aldi, not quite the budget I would like to have heading into Walmart, but I'm editing my Walmart order now. I'm gonna go down, check what I already have on my list, like that we already previously had put in a couple days ago, and now I'm gonna edit that, put on things that I still need, take off things possibly that I already got at Aldi, like maybe they were a better price there. I'm just gonna get all that situated and then I'm gonna put it in for pickup. Now, today's July 1st. Normally I would put in my grocery pickup to pick up either later tonight or tomorrow sometime, but because it's 4th of July weekend, I completely spaced on the fact that it was 4th of July weekend. We live in very rural Wisconsin, but we live in a really beautiful area. Most of the houses up here, most of the homes up here actually aren't residents. They are what us locals refer to as shackers, and they're basically people from southern Wisconsin, Illinois, that live in the cities, and they come up here to their cabins. And this is a huge weekend for that. And stores are packed. I know darn well that the Walmart grocery pickup order people are going to be slammed with these shackers placing orders up here. So I'm not gonna be another person to try to slam my order in. I know they're only going to schedule time slots for a certain amount of people, and they're not going to, well, they shouldn't, but they might schedule more than what their workers are capable of actually putting out. So I'm just gonna wait, and I'm going to schedule my order to be picked up Monday if possible on the 4th, like maybe later in the day, or Tuesday, the 5th, which is most likely what I'm going to do. But I got enough at Aldi where I have meals, I have snacks, I have lunches, so I'm not worried about pushing my Walmart order out a couple days. But typically I do them back to back. I am trying to stock up on things this month because I like to follow basically what the farmers are saying, because that's where all of food shortages are going to start. That's where just all the things, it kind of helps me personally know what's coming up ahead, just because that's where it all starts. And farmers are saying, you please do your own research, please, because I don't know everything. I'm not going to claim to at all, but they're saying and they're predicting that grain prices are going to go up late summer, early fall, and heading into winter, because diesel prices are so high right now. It's costing them a lot of extra money to run their tractors, so therefore product is going to be higher priced. So I'm trying to stock up on things like flour and also feed for like our chickens and stuff, because that price is just gonna get astronomical. I'm sure it is. So I already have 2 bags of flour in my grocery cart, I'm gonna add 2 more. They're only $3.64 for 10-pound bags. That way I'm going to have 40 pounds, plus I have 10 pounds down in my pantry, but we do so much cooking from scratch, so I'm gonna get those. And then I think I'm also going to get a bag of M&Ms, so we can make some M&M cookies with the kids, because we haven't done that in months, and it's their favorite cookie. So I'm gonna get those on, and then I'm gonna be good to go. I just got back from picking up my Walmart grocery order. I'll give you guys a little bit of a peek of what it is. If you want to see the full haul, that video is already up. I'll link it down below. I'm not sure what my total is at this point, because they substituted some things I didn't get. So I wanted to give you guys just a little bit of a look of basically what's going down on my storage shelf this month. Now, not all of this I bought this month. We also went down to the Amish shop, I think 2 weeks ago, with my husband, and he bought some of these things like outside of our regular grocery budget. So we got 2 things of these egg noodles. These are our favorite egg noodles for soups. And then he also got me, I have it upside down because there's an address on it, so 2 things of this chicken and parsley soup base. This is the best soup base I have ever bought in my entire life. It is so good. You only need such a small amount to get delicious flavor. It's beyond anything I've ever used. So I got 2 of these, which I'm very excited about. I pulled the granola out of my pantry, this sweetener out of my pantry. So all of this gets to go down on my storage shelf, of course, plus the pancake mix. So I feel good about that. I'm gonna wait for my husband to come home from work tonight, and he'll help me put all of these like pantry staples downstairs. Bye, buddy. Bye, buddy. So now that I made my meal plan, I went to Aldi, I went to Walmart, and all except my basement stuff is put away. I'm basically done for the rest of the month. I don't have to think about grocery shopping. I don't have to think about meals. I don't have to worry about anything. It's all done, prepped, and ready to go. And basically for the next month, so 30 days, I'm good to go. There's no more time spent in a grocery store, standing in a grocery line, worrying about meals, trying to meal plan, trying to figure out what I'm cooking for my family. It's all done. I did it ahead of time, and I don't have to do this again until the end of the month while I start prepping for August. So I hope that this gave you guys either some tips, some tricks, maybe just showed you that maybe it isn't as complicated as you think it is to grocery shop for a month at a time for your family. Or maybe you watch this and went, yeah, that is definitely not for me. I like grocery shopping once a week, and that's totally cool too. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys in another video. Bye.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.